Now coming up on a pretty good sized bridge. Talking to a guy last night, he told me I was going to cross two bridges. I don't remember which one was which. But this one could be the one that goes over. Oh my gosh. What do you do? Look at this. A tractor. One of them, he said I'd be crossing over Sabine Lake, which is a saltwater lake, but this looks more like a river of sorts. So, anyhow, I'm heading somewhere along the way. I'm going to go from Texas to Louisiana. Don't know how much we're going to do in Louisiana due to the hurricane that kind of hit the area I was planning on going to, but we'll go see what we can see. Alright, I now remember what this is. This is the Gulf Inland Coastal Waterway. Well, at this point I haven't seen really any traffic. I've seen a couple boats, but and maybe it's not used much, I don't know. Bunch of old pilings along the way here. I don't know what it connects. Maybe it connects Galveston and Port Arthur, and how far it goes, I don't know. But this is the Gulf Inland Waterway in southeastern Texas, anyhow. Well, after telling you I didn't see much, come around a corner. Here is a very large tanker. Making its way up the waterway. Sorry for all the rumbling as I keep hitting the center stripe. Over on the other side, you get used to prepping for the weather and you get the houses on stilts. So they have what I'm guessing is the Gulf of Mexico on one side and a inland waterway on the other side. So when the weather's nice, this is pretty nice stuff, I'm guessing. But when the weather's not nice, not so much. Almost all of them are elevated in some degree or fashion. Imagine that helps to let the wind blow through also and maybe not beat up the house so much. The guy last night, Rocky was his name, was telling me one storm in 24 hours they got 54 inches of rain. I don't know how you don't get flooding in that kind of situation. Still heading east in Texas. Looks like more refineries up ahead. There's like a deck, an oil deck right in the inland passage. Sorry, when I try videoing out the right, I keep forgetting about the door jams and stuff like that. That could be messing up your view. Another bridge coming up. And we're gonna See if we can see this as we come across the bridge. It looks like a giant refinery over there. I don't imagine there's much in the way of small refineries. Alright, what we saw earlier was an inland saltwater lake. Here's the Gulf right here, which, as I think about it, makes sense. The Gulf would be on my right, anything on my left is not the Gulf. So here's the Gulf of Mexico. It looks like there's all these breakwaters here, man-made, because they're all the same size and all the same distance from shore. Just must help. And I noticed as I was passing some houses on my right that along the Gulf they're higher off the ground. There's a good size one right here. And everyone seems to have a camper. And I wonder if when they evacuate, they take their campers, and if they come back and have to work on their homes, they live in a camper while the home's getting rebuilt again or whatever. Because I've never seen so many campers per property as I've seen on this road. Kind of cool with the telephone poles stretching along. We are in Louisiana now. I don't know if I said that or not before. Pretty beaches. I haven't seen a soul on them. Oh, it is a Tuesday in September. So September here is a lot warmer than September back in New England. So, just look how some of these near the water really sit up high. Other stuff I've passed has been up off the ground, but these are higher. Oh, this one's way up there. What's all the campers? The road I'm on is running alongside a bayou. I have no way of telling whether these are man-made or just exist here. Bayou, I guess, from what I can tell, is just another word for river or stream or something. But definitely in gator country here. This close to the Gulf, though, I don't know if that's salt water or fresh water. Not far enough south for crocodiles, but definitely gator country. In the fresh water. Most coastal lands is just absolutely flat. Pretty stuff. Very green, a lot of it, after all the brown I've been observing out west. This is just me guessing, but there's all kinds of flat foundations. They don't do basements or anything here. And I'm assuming that some hurricane came through and just wiped everything out, building-wise, that was here. And all that's left is this flat stuff. I saw that a number of years ago, a year after Katrina, when we came through here. Same type of setups. Well, I'm sitting here waiting for a ferry I didn't know I was going to be taking. And I look over here and there's some guys and girls on a boat. Small boat. And this truck pulls up and they're loading up whatever they caught. It's in containers, so I couldn't tell you what it is, but out on the water doing something. I hope this ferry's running. There's a few vehicles behind me. I'm first in line. Kind of had to take a detour from where it normally goes, so, well, worst case scenario, we turn around and go back somewhere. So, now in Cameron, Louisiana, everything is up on stilts. Even this, whatever this large building is, looks like they're reworking it or something. There's another one. What is this? Some kind of church, I think. Couldn't really see it. Past a high school, a pretty good sized high school that was up on stilts. I think we're getting closer to the area that the hurricane hit, so we're going to eventually head north and not be what I would consider intruding on that area, most people. Up on a bridge, passing over what appears to me to be the InterCoastal Waterway. Looks like a ship coming up there. And just dropping down, we're heading north now, away from the coast. I didn't go any farther east. The guy last night and the woman, both familiar with the area, said that people might get touchy if they think you're sightseeing coming through where there was just a disaster. So, just as well we're heading north now, heading up to Shreveport. Got water on both sides of the road. Came through a rainstorm. Beautiful blue skies ahead now. In a town, I think it's DeRidder. I think there's the main street, by the way. I'm in Louisiana, and I just saw for the first time in my long and traveled life, and I wish I had been quicker, but there was vehicles blocking me, I didn't know it was coming up. I just saw a convict, they weren't wearing chains, but a convict gang working on the roads. They were out there with the guard. They all had on orange jumpsuits and working on the road. I used to hear about those stories years ago. I didn't know they still did that stuff. But evidently Louisiana, a whole different country here.